Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome Beverly Troop. I'm Andy Shademan and welcome to another show. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I mean it's still gonna be a show, we're still gonna be talking about things, but in general I am dying to talk about the Real Housewife of Orange County and all of these drama that is happening right now. I think it is so good when we have such a juicy drama happening and it takes really all the internet and everyone is just talking about it. All right, before we start, welcome back. Over here we talk about pop culture and Bravo every single day, so welcome. If you are coming from my ex YouTube channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you are joining us, and if for any reason you are new here, welcome to the Beverly Troop, where we have so much fun. We spill all the tea every single day, all the time. We have so much fun. So if you are new here, make sure to like this video and share this video, but overall subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, guys. Let's talk about this mess. I am trying to move on from the drama of my YouTube channel. So if you are curious of what I'm talking about, go and watch my first video on this channel. You kind of like will understand what is going on. Maybe you can even go to my other YouTube channel. It's still active because I'm just gonna keep that YouTube channel active for a while. I'm not like, I don't know what I'm gonna turn it into. That will be a thing for the future. But for now, we are just here having fun and being entertained. All right. So let me just bring this a little bit closer. I want to feel you guys. I want to feel like being right here. Okay. So once in a while a drama appears that really captivate us, and sometimes the drama divide the Bravo universe, and sometimes it really bring all of us together. And I am very curious because I didn't think, to be honest, you guys, that Katie Ginella from the Real Housewives of Orange County was going to be the person who will be literally taking all of this energy from every single one of us. I like Katie when she joined the show last season. I thought that, there is something about her that she was not the most dramatic, she was not the most like outspoken, but I was like, I have a good eye for housewife, just like we are able to, call out the fakes and call out, the bullshit. We also should be able to really like see when we have a good housewife in our hands. The thing is, like, sometimes those housewives need a little bit of a polish, maybe they are a diamond in the rough and they just need to really learn the ropes of what reality TV really means. But Katie on her first season, just pressing Heather Dubrow so much, really, I was like, okay, let's see how she handled it. And she was able to handle Heather Dubrow. So I was like, okay, this is interesting, right? And now in this second season, she is creating all of this drama, like in a way that it feels so kind of like natural, because she's just trying to defend herself from not even the fans, but from all of these other ladies. And it's such, I mean, this is a weird thing to do because this is a housewife who has full on support from us, from the Bravo community. Okay, like we are literally dying for her. We are applauding her. We are supporting her. We are like, the messages I have not read, guys, and you know that I do my homework. I'm on TikTok, on Instagram, on Reddit, on Facebook, here on YouTube, everywhere, and I have not read the first negative comment against Katie Ginella, and I'm start thinking, what is this? Sometimes, you get people like defending here and hating here, or people, just supporting because she is the housewife who is the person of color, so they need to just support her. We have seen everything on the Bravo community, right? But in this case, it's genuine support, and I think it comes from a place that we know as fans that she is right. We know that someone is lying in this cast, and we need to know who is the damn liar, right? We're like, who is it? Who is the person who is changing the story, embellish the story, or who set up Katie Ginella to maybe say some things that were not true, only so they can blame her later and trying to make her seem like this huge liar, right? And it has been a work in progress. Now, I feel that Katie Janella went hard on her first season. She called out Heather Dubrow for the paparazzi pictures with receipts. And then she also went against Emily Simpson with the whole, nanny situation. And those are two people who are like, whoa, like them, especially Heather Dubrow. I was like, I was like, you really need to show the world that you really have the proof, right? She didn't want to show or to say the name of the person who told her that Heather Dubrow called the paparazzis on herself, because apparently she wanted to protect that person's I don't know if it reputation or job or whatever, but she didn't want to say that name. And right there, I will say it was good to see her go against Heather Dubrow, but I do believe that it was a little bit of a mistake. Again, because she was a rookie, she did that. Why? Because that right there, like, is like putting the seeds out there, so some people in the cast could start saying she is a liar, especially coming for Heather, who she basically said, I didn't do that, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar, right? Then it comes all the things with Emily Simpson and the whole nanny situation, and then we'll see that Emily, it's basically saying, I never talk about Heather in front of the kids, so of course you are the liar. And she's also calling her a liar and joining that situationship right there. She's basically saying, now we're just gonna say that Katie is a liar. Now, what's interesting is on this season, some people have been saying, oh, Katie has been proved to be a liar. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean that she has been proved to be a liar? Because she still has the receipts that Heather Dubrow, in fact, called the paparazzi on herself. And she honestly did not do much when it comes to the Emily situation. It was her daughter, the one who said everything, And then it was another random person, a random nanny, who reached out to Katie to tell her, look, your daughter is not being fake. She's actually telling the truth, which I don't even understand what is the big deal. So Emily was talking shit about Heather in front of the kids. I mean, she was not talking to the kids. She was probably talking to someone else, and one of the kids listened or whatever. They are actually very smart kids. So I was like, just say it, just say, like, what, all of these girls talk shit about all of the other girls at some point in their lives, so it's not even that big of a deal. Like, Emily was acting like, like Katie's daughter said that she killed people and buried them, in the backyard, and it's like, it's not that deep. Yes, maybe at some point you say, what, Heather Dubrow, she's so annoying, she is so rude sometimes, whatever. That kind of conversations always happen, and it shouldn't have been this deep. But anyways, that gave them the ground to say, Katie is a proven liar. Katie is a proven liar. How are you saying that she is a proven liar when they are coming to her with this information and she's saying, I have the proof of the person who told me that you called the paparazzis, and I'm not denying telling the random nanny to contact this podcast to tell their truth, you know. Then it comes the whole situation with Alexis Bellino and Shannon Bedore and the recording of it all. Again, it is another situation that I feel that because Katie did not understand or has not been on the reality TV game for so long, she didn't thought that it was going to be such a big deal, right? When Katie Janella was recording Shannon Bedore, I don't believe that she was recording it as like, oh, I'm gonna record all of this and then I'm gonna be calling TMC and Page 6 and I'm gonna sell all of these videos because I fucking hate Shannon Bedore and I'm gonna take her down, you know? It was pretty obvious that it was not even a videotape, it was a recording, and that she sent it to Matt. Now, I do believe that when you get nervous because everyone is coming at you, maybe she was trying to protect herself, and maybe that's why she said that Alexis Bellino never heard the conversation, and then Alexis says that she in fact did heard the conversation. Now that's the problem in there a little bit, because did she show it or not? Again, when you are talking, when you are gossiping with someone else, that's just shit that happened. You know, you can literally say like, look, we were just like doing the intros or whatever they were doing, and look what happened, you know, and then really show the recording, and it's not even such a big deal. It's just like they're acting like this is like life changing, like they destroy their lives. So to me, and I love Shannon, but for me to hear Shannon saying, you are the same as just John Jensen, and I was like, what? It was just too much. And then there is already a perception of like, oh, well, you are a liar, you already lie on Heather Dubrow, you already lie on Emily Simpson. But did she? You know, now I'm not saying that Katie is not messy. She is messy. But this is the right kind of messiness that you need on Real Housewife, because it's all about gossiping about these other ladies. This is the base of what Real Housewife are, you know, or is, wherever. So, you know, it gets so out of proportion, and it's you can see how all of these ladies one by one start salivating about how we are now creating this, you know, and we are gonna take this bitch down, you know, like, yeah, this is going to be good, because now you have Heather, you have Emily, and now you have Shannon Bedore on your side. The only thing that we need now is, of course, Tamra Judge, which it was not going to be hard, and then Jennifer Pedranti to broke that friendship, and then this bitch is out. Now, insert Gretchen Rossi. What is the deal with Gretchen over here? I thought that it was okay or enough with her being a friend of the show, but apparently, for what we have been hearing everywhere, she actually wants her full orange back, you know. And the thing is, like, the friends that the show has been bringing, have not been able to really snatch an orange. We have Taylor Armstrong, Alexis Bellino, and now Gretchen Rossi, you know. And it's like, what can we do? And I think maybe budget-wise or whatever, it's like we need to take a housewife out in order for her to get her orange. Now, the fact that Gretchen has said, Sheena Shea, in the past, that she wants to return to the show, that she will do whatever to return to the show, it's a little bit of a red flag, you know. And then we start thinking, is all of this a reunion or like a situation where like they were like, look, we all prefer to have Gretchen Rossi, so let's work with Gretchen to take this bitch out so we can give her her orange, you know, because now all of them are hating on Katie Ginella. maybe, and you start thinking like why Gretchen will come here and act like Katie's BFF and tell her this information only to change it later and say, oh, I'm so sorry, that's not what I say, you are a liar, and oh, surprise, everyone else is calling you a liar, so you must be a liar, right? But the thing is, some of these ladies are actually not good at acting or lying or pretending they are lying. They're just not good, right? So Gretchen Rossi goes on, tells Katie or someone else or wherever that she went 17 years ago after she got wasted to take a test to the hospital because she was feeling so bad, and they found something in her blood, and then they changed the whole narrative and they really trying to blame it on Katie. And then she is like, I never said I went to the hospital, I never said that they found something. And then we have literal footage of Gretchen saying, oh, I actually went to the hospital. It is so funny that you are so desperate to get your orange that you will bring something that happened 17 years ago, 17 years ago, to take her down, and specifically something that should be against Tamra Judge. But everyone is taking it on Katie Ginella. Because if you are really going around saying that Tamra Judge roofied you, why this whole drama is not against Tamra Judge? Why is everyone not talking about Tamra Judge literally drugging another person on the show? Why is all about Katie? Why is all about her? She's lying, she's this, she's that, and then you bring the bloggers and you bring all of these, and then we realize, oh, this is not like a random bloggers who text her, and say like, hey, do you have any tea that you can share with me, And Katie was like, well, actually, this is what happened. No, we're talking about someone, Kiki Monique, who has a strong relationship established with several Bravo celebrities. She is literally co-hosting several times shows with Sheena Shea, who is best friends with Gretchen Rossi. See, so like everything start kind of like making sense that this is how they are working together into bringing Gretchen back, right? I feel that Gretchen was kind of like on an island, or like being like, no, you're gone, you don't have anything to do over here, because Tamara Judge and Vicky Gumbelson and Shannon Bedore, they used to hate her, and they have a really strong presence on the show for several years, and it was like, no, she will not be back, she will not be back, she will not be back, until they actually Bravo start giving opportunities to all housewives. I think that Ultimate Girls Trip Marrakesh, which sadly we haven't seen, was an audition tape for Gretchen to see how the public will react for her to return to the show. And I feel that everyone got so excited, even though the show never aired, that Bravo was like, okay, maybe we should do something with her. But then we already have Alexis Bellino, so maybe you wait a season, and then we'll see how we can fit this. And Alexis versus Shannon Bedore was such a huge success that now it's like, how if we bring Gretchen back to go against Tamra Judge? Of little did we know that she was already cooking this whole plan of like how I'm going to return to this show. I believe that Gretchen might be lying, and might be manipulating all of the hate that these girls already had against Katie Ginella to get back into the show. Now, is it a shitty thing to do? Yes, but it's kind of like genius if they wouldn't have done it on a different way. I think it was too on everyone's nose. And now, she left the show so many years ago. She didn't know how the game works now, especially with our presence everywhere. The fans, the bloggers, the YouTubers, the podcasters, the media, how powerful this is, how it changed everything, because now we're calling her bullshit. Now, it is kind of like interesting to me that Tamra Judge hear this information and she really is not leading the hate train against Katie Ginella. She's kind of like participating and kind of like putting things in there, but not really involving herself too much, because I think her angle was like, I just do not want Gretchen back into this group, So it was kind of like, okay, I have this huge piece of tea. Someone is telling me that Katie said, that Gretchen said that she got roofied by me 17 years ago. This will be something perfect to put out there. This could literally be the whole season from episode 1. Or even since last season. So why wait so much? Why was Tamra not really convinced to put this information out there until she finally decided to do it? And I think it was because she does not believe that Katie actually put this information out there. Let's all remember this is all connected. At the end of the day, Tamra is also friends with Sheena Shea. Tamra and Teddy knowing each other. Sheena Shea came today on her podcast trying to call out Teddy Mellencamp for spreading lies and misinformation and defame her name and Kiki's name, saying, I never said that, no one said that, Kiki never said that, why is Teddy saying this? Because Tamara was not on that podcast. And then she's saying, is Tamara Judge actually telling this information to Teddy, so Teddy put it out there, which is a shitty thing because Teddy is going through cancer, so why is Tamara involving her in all of this? And it's kind of like, okay, now that Sheena is being involved in all of this, she's literally changing the whole narrative of what she supposedly said to absolutely everyone. So much that Sheena Shea herself, in another one of her podcasts, or I think it was the same one, I don't remember, literally said, Gretchen has been my friend for freaking like 18 years or something like that, or 15 years or something like that, and she said this, but like I don't know if she said it, I don't know why she's changing her story now, and now I'm the one looking back, and now I have to reassess our friendship. Sheena Shea is literally trying to save her ass right now because the whole Gretchen situation is way too messy. Okay, now let's bring it back to Katie Ginella. Is this something that Katie is actually to blame for? No. Okay? And I cannot wait for the reunion because, again, I don't think any of those ladies, meaning Heather Dubrow, Emily Simpson, Gina Kirschenheit, and Shannon Bedore were expecting the extreme support that we are giving Katie Ginella. They thought the moment that fake polygraph shit happened and that they were able to disinviting her from the Amsterdam trip, they thought, bravo, this is it. We just got rid of this bitch forever, They thought their plan worked perfectly until the show aired and we were able to see through the bullshit and to really, really call these people out, And now we have Tamra Judge out of nowhere becoming best friends with Katie Ginella. But again, Tamara was never leading the hate train. She was just there, she was just waiting to see where the current goes so she can swim that way, right? She was just there, and it's so smart, so freaking smart, because when everyone is, while filming, everyone is against Katie, Tamara was just kind of like saying something, but kind of like silence and kind of like, yeah, she's bad. No more, enough for the girls to think that Tamara is on their side. But as soon as the whole world start being on Katie's side, she's like, I got your back. I told you Gretchen was a liar. I told you Gretchen manipulates. I told you Gretchen only wanted to be back on the show. So look, now we are BFF, so the whole world cannot hate on me because I'm on Katie's team. Great move. Great Real Housewife move. Amazing. She did incredible right there, okay? But now we also have, and this is super surprising, but we literally have Heather Dubrow defending Katie Ginella on the whole polygraph thing, saying that Emily was being not fair to Katie Ginella on the questioning, and that it is a little bit suspicious that they will hire this specific polygrapher, I don't know if that's a word, to do this whole thing. Why? Because now they have seen, oh, we cannot be against this bitch. We are not taking her down, because Bravo is not gonna take her down with so much support from the public. This is not a Katie Janella takedown now. This is a let's fight for survival. And it is perfect, because at the end of the day, we're starting to see, is Gretchen lying? Did Gretchen really was so thirsty for an orange that she just lied? Which brings to another question. Has Tamra Judge been right all of these years about Gretchen Rossi and Slade? Like, is this one of those times where we have to give a collective apology to Tamra Judge when it comes to the Gretchen Rossi situation? Because it's kind of like being proof that Gretchen is a liar. This is going to be a perfect reunion, because the last piece that we need to fix is Jennifer Pedranti has to apologize to Katie Ginella for being a bad friend and not having her back like a real sister, Kathy Hilton will never. She will have her back like a real sister, So Jennifer, she has to come here, sit down and say, I'm so sorry, I was a victim of Gretchen Rossi's lies. I thought that she took me on a moment of weakness. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, and Katie will probably forgive her, and because it's not, I don't think it's such a bad offense. I think that when everyone starts talking bad about someone, like, no matter how much you like that person, it will start being on your mind. And let's be honest, it's not like Jennifer and Katie has been friends for 20 years. They literally just met last year, and they just connected and they just starting to know each other. So if Jennifer will sit down and really apologize, if I was Katie, I would like, okay, I'm going to apologize to you. Now I know how far you can take things. Now I know how to play with you, but still I need more allies. And also another missing piece, which has been someone who has been kind of like silenced right now, it needs to be Shannon Bedore, okay? Because girl, Shannon, I love you. You're amazing. You're the show. You need to be on season 20. I give my life for you. Well, not my life, but like, I give you all my love, But bitch, you cannot come here and tell me that Katie is the same as John Jensen and Alexis Bellino. It is not that deep, okay? Like, she did not kill Archie, okay? So like take it easy. You know, that's why the clap back of Gretchen, that was right. When Shannon says like she did something illegal. Can you be someone friends with someone that did something illegal? It's like, bitch, you had a DUI. You know, you almost kill your dog and yourself. You know? So Shannon and Jennifer, you need to do the right thing. Now, is there a comeback for Emily Simpson and Gina Kirschenheit? I don't know. And you know me, I don't really give a fuck about Gina Kirschenheit. I do like Emily Simpson. I have to say that's like a hard one because I think she is a good housewife. I think she's messy enough to be a good housewife. She's funny. She's a good character. But I don't know what happened here, you know. Again, she took something so little as a random nanny saying that she said that Heather Dubrow but was a mean girl to like a whole new level. Are you that afraid of Heather Dubrow? You know? So I don't know. Is there a comeback from there? Because Gina Kirschenheit is already out there making ultimatums. Oh, if they bring her back, I will have to analyze if I really want to be part of this situation. Girl. Okay? Just because you move out from the casita doesn't mean that you still can live the large life, okay? So you do need the Bravo coins. So you will film with Katie if they bring her back, okay? Don't kill yourself. Don't come here giving Bravo ultimatums. Bravo does not do ultimatums, okay? Whew, child. All right, this was it, okay? This is where we are right now. I think that reunion is going to be fucking explosive. And I hope, Katie, my advice to you, okay? Receipts, screenshots, timeline, fucking everything to prove that you are right. Do you have to throw under the bus your paparazzi friend? Do it. Tell it to them and then make Bravo, you know, blur the thing. But tell them. Do you need to prove that whatever happened to Emily, with Emily? Do it. Do you have to show every single conversation? I want you printing every single text message, email, like everything that you had with every single one of these ladies to prove that you are not a liar. Enough with the I'm gonna leave. No. If you do not talk, they will like take you down. This is your moment. And you are against big personalities that they will not let you talk, that will not let you be. So you have to be the kind of person, if they scream, I'm gonna scream louder. You know, if I have to stand up in the middle and flip this damn table in the middle against Andy Cohen, you need to do that shit, okay? And if anything goes to shit and you will feel by the last segment of the reunion that things are not going your way, bitch, go over there, pull Gretchen's hair, get into the floor, get fired. Who gives a fuck? You got to do what you got to do, girl. You have to do what you have to do. This is your reputation that we are talking about, okay? Like, throw like water glasses, like just spill all the truth. Because guess what? Husbands will probably be part of this. You know who's gonna come really hard? Slade. Because this man has been wanting to be a housewife literally since season 1 of episode 1 of The Real Housewife of Orange County. Okay? So this man will do anything in his power to take you down. And my advice to all of the other ladies, I mean, be real. Be real. You got this. Look, at the end of the day, who I want back for season 20, I'm not gonna die. I probably want everyone back. Plus Vicky Gumbelson. it's a great cast. It is a great cast. It's just like we don't like the bully mentality. We don't like the setup thing. We don't like the everyone against one person because of no reason at all. It is too much for the viewer. We have seen it. I mean, I think we all have read the comments. I love the drama. I love the fights. I love the whole things going crazy. But most of the people, they don't like this takedown mentality. It's not working anymore on any franchise. That's why Miami and Salt Lake City are the number one shows, because it's basically everyone against everyone. You know what I mean? So, bitch, what a season. And we literally just got the mid-season trailer. I don't even know how much more they can give us. Like this show is amazing. Love you girls, But Katie, start printing, because bitch, you're gonna need a lot of toner, okay? Go and watch. Look, I'm gonna give you two. Go and watch Monique Samuels at the reunion of the Real House of Potomac. Amazing history. And go and watch Kathy Hilton taking down Lisa Rinna on the reunion of the Real House of Beverly Hills. That's what we need right there, okay? That's what we need. So anyways, that's it. I put everything out there on the table. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How do you feel about Katie? How do you feel about Gretchen? How do you feel about Tamra, Heather Dubrow, Emily Simpson, Gina Kirschenheit, Shannon Bedore, like Jennifer Pedranti? Everything, because at this point, everyone is involved. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Guys, I just want to tell you, I really appreciate all of your support and everything that you are doing for me. I have been receiving your message of how can you support me, because again, my channels are demonetized, both of them. I'm receiving zero money whatsoever. So if you want to support me in any way, you will find how on the description of this video down below. All right. You can send me messages on my email, or you can find me on Instagram. I'm everywhere, or my TikTok as well. Thank you for everything. I love you guys. You are amazing and beautiful, and I cannot wait to keep growing this channel more and more. We are already over 2,000 subscribers over here. We just need to bring 32,000 more from the other channel, okay? So if you still know someone from the BEVERLY Troop who has not been joining us, bring them. And maybe if they don't, bring them too. So share this video on your Instagram, on your Facebook, with your groups, with your Reddit groups, with absolutely everything, because we have a lot of work to do, okay? And guys, also I need watch hours, so please go and watch and rewatch all of my videos, because I need them to be over 1,000 views, guys, okay? So even if you just want to put it in the background, just do it, it will help me a lot. So thank you so much, guys. I love you. And don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.